Yo, 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 yo. YouTube, man, what the fuck is up? What's going on? Right back at it. Another video. Hey, man. Gonna get right to it, man. Before we start, man, y'all like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video. Let's get into this. Alright. First off, before I start, man, let me say, whatever I tell y'all, whatever stories I share, all of that, 100%. All of it's real, no cap, no flexing, no flaky shit, no fake shit, man. We ain't doing none of that, all right? All of these are my experiences, either stuff I saw, or stuff I've been through, you know what I mean? Sharing it with the world. So, on this video, we're gonna talk about one of the first violent experiences that I saw. This is one of the first, all right? Throughout my bid, you know, before this account, you know, you will see, you know, little fights and whatever, but little stabbings and stuff like that. But this one was like the first major violent incident that I saw, all right? One thing about prison, you know, in Georgia, man, you're gonna see a whole lot of crazy shit. You're gonna see some madness, bro. It's gonna be some straight madness, you know what I mean? Like I say, I wouldn't wish that upon nobody, you know what I mean? I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, straight up. In the first part of my bid, I spent about half of my bid, about maybe 5 years. I did 12 in all. I spent about 5 years at what they call medium camps. So when you're at a medium camp, these are good guy prisons. You ain't really gonna see too much violent stuff. Now, then they have what they call a level 5 prisons. Now there's only about 6 level 5 prisons, I think. You got Valdosta, Hayes, Hancock, Macon State, Telfair, Smith, and Waycross. All right. So it's 7. It's 7 of these prisons, and I've been to 3 of them. I've been to 3 of the most dangerous, violent prisons in Georgia. That was Macon State, which is one of the worst, Smith, and Telfair. All right. So when I first spent the first half of my bid at these laid-back prisons, my security got raised because I kept getting caught with phones. I got caught with like 6 or 7 cell phones. And then I got a bunch of other little, what they call DRs, you know what I mean? Disciplinary reports, basically. Somebody, you know, officer writes you up for something. And then they up my security. All right. And when they raised my security, they sent me to the first level 5 security. All right. This is what we call big boy camps. This gladiator camps. All right. The first one I went to was Telfair. So when I got to Telfair, and this is one of the most violent ones at the time, they put me in a dorm, you know what I mean? One of the ways that I always, you know, was good at was just kind of asserting myself, you know, when you first walk into a dorm. One of the things you don't want to do, you don't want to seem like you're scared. You wanna put on a demeanor like you already comfortable, you know what I mean, off the rip. So, you know, when you first get in the dorm, you know, you got all your stuff, you got your bags and your mat and all that stuff. You wanna step into the dorm, you wanna put your stuff down, you wanna look around. It's the first thing you wanna do. Scan the room, and there's gonna be a bunch of people standing around and whatever. Most of them gonna be looking at you. So you wanna scan the room, you know what I mean? You wanna catch a couple people's eyes, you know what I mean? You wanna catch people's eye contact. You don't want to be in there with your head down, like you scared to look, you know what I mean? You catch somebody's eye, you know what I mean? You put your eyes down, you know what I mean? That's going to make you a target. That's going to make people know, oh yeah, he's scared, he's scary. But you know, you come in there, you know, you look around, scan the room, you know what I mean? You catch some eye contact, you look at them, you know what I mean? Give them, you know, what's up, you know what I mean? Let people know that you here, bro. You here, and you ain't going for nothing strange. All right? So I always had that way, you know what I mean, from the first time I ever stepped foot in a jail. I was always, you know, you ain't never just gonna catch me looking like I'm scared or nothing like that. That was one of the traits that helped me survive this shit, you know what I mean? But So coming into the dorm, about less than a month, man, this happened. So when I got to Telfair, there wasn't a lot of phones at Telfair. In fact, the particular dorm that I was in, there was only one phone out of like 80 people in this dorm. There was only one phone, and it was a flip phone. All right, and at this time, flip phones really wasn't the thing to have. Everybody had smartphones, but I remember the Crips. All right, in prison you have different groups or gangs. You know what I mean? You got the Crips, you got Bloods, you got the GDs, you got a white boy gang that's called Ghostface, and then you got the Muslims, and then you have the Mexicans. All right, so the Muslims is like a gang in prison because the Muslims gonna click together, we gonna be together, we gonna fight together, we gonna go to war together, all that good stuff. So it's classified as a gang in a prison setting. So but the Crips in this dorm, and it was only like 8 of them, all right, and they had the only one phone. So you know, when you have a phone in prison, especially if you got one of the only ones, then it's kind of proper etiquette to rent your phone out to everybody else in the dorm, so people could pay $2 or $3, normally in food items, you know what I mean, to get 15 minutes on the phone, 30 minutes on the phone, or however much time you gonna buy. So the Crips was doing that. And there was this young blood guy. His name was, he called himself Suwu. Alright. So Suwu was a little bitty little dude, man. This little dude, he was bad as fuck though. He was a little bitty little guy. He couldn't have been no more than 5'6", maybe 115, 120 pounds soaking wet. He had rented some time on the Crips phone, and he didn't give it back. Alright. So he didn't want to get a phone back. So he kept the phone. He stole the phone. Alright. After a few days of a lot of politics, you know what I mean, a lot of, you know, the leaders of the Crips and the Bloods, you know, they all over the compound, you know what I mean, it was just one Crip guy, his name was Musa, and Musa had a lot of money. You know, everybody knew Musa for having a whole lot of money and stuff, and so Musa worked it out with the Bloods, you know, the other head Bloods. I can't say, but I think that he paid to get the phone back. All right, so the head Bloods talked to Suwu, and they told him, hey man, you got to get that phone back. You know what I mean? So Suwu ended up giving the phone back. Now, about a week after that, this how the Crips played it, right? So in the dorm, like I said, one number like 8 Crips, and it's probably at least about 30 Bloods. All right, and the Crips played it like this. They played it like it was cool. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we got the phone back. We're just gonna let that go for about a week. And some of the Crips was saying like, look, we need to get rid of all the Crips in the dorm, man. You know what I mean? We need to kick them out the dorm. And a term that's used for kicking somebody out the dorm is they call putting them on the dough. When you get put on the dough, that means a big group of people is making, usually just one person, they making them move out the dorm. You got to take your stuff, sit it by the door until the police come to get you out the dorm, and they usually send you to the hole, and you go to the hole until they find another dorm to put you at. That's what they call putting you on the dough. So they was like, hey man, we need to put the whole Crip game on the dough, because that was really a smart thing to do. Like, Suwu just took default phone. Default may not just stand for that. So in order for us to be safe, this is how the Blood's thinking, in order for us to be safe, the Crips gotta go. But they didn't do that. They didn't listen. They said, ah man, Crip niggas, ain't number 8 of them. They ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't talking about shit. So they let the Crips stay in the dorm. So about a week or so after they had got the phone back, I remember this shit like it was yesterday, man. It was one night. I remember it was a Thursday night, and it was around December. It was like right December, like the beginning of December. I had just got to Telfair, and it was Thursday night, man. And It was about lockdown time. So lockdown time is typically around 11 o'clock. All right. And that's when everybody at night, at 11 o'clock at night, everybody got to go into your cell. At this place, it was 2-man cells. So you go into your cell, they lock the cell. You know what I mean? Everybody's locked in their rooms every night around 11 o'clock. Except on the weekends, they extend it to about 1. So, these folk rocked this man to sleep, man. Like I use this term, rocked him to sleep, meaning they made him think that everything was all cool. So it's about lockdown time, and everybody is going into their rooms. You know what I mean? The police, there's one little police lady, I can't remember her name, but she was the officer in the dorm at that time. She, you know, come in, hey, it's lockdown time. So everybody is slowly getting to their rooms. Now everybody peeped what's going on. Well, I did. Me and one of my Muslim brothers, we peeped what's going on, right? Cause we was like, yo, Sue up here hanging out with these Crip niggas up here on the upstairs level by the showers, and they kicking it, like they laughing, they kicking it. They probably was smoking some cigarettes, smoking some weed, and whatever. They laughing, you know, they kicking it. They rocking them to sleep. So Suwu, like I said, he about 5'6", 120 pounds maybe. This nigga got on a t-shirt and some shorts and some flip-flops, all right? And they hanging out by the shower. He don't even peep that every last Crip in the dorm is battle ready. Battle ready is like you got on a jacket, you got on your boots, you got on a skull cap, you know what I mean? And whatever you got up under your jacket, sometimes dudes will they'll tie like little magazines or something around their body so that if they get stabbed, it's not gonna penetrate the magazines. You know what I mean? So we peeping it, we like, yo, oh, they got towels around their neck, right? Sue ain't even paying attention, and not even the other bloods really weren't paying attention to this, right? But we peeping this, right? We like, yo, something ain't right? So, matter of fact, my aunt put me up on game and was like, hey, bro, you see that shit what's going on up there, bro? You see all them Crips got on there all they boots and shit? Like, it's time to go to sleep. Like, these niggas got their boots on and shit. And I'm like, yo, yeah, I see. So he like, bro, come on, bro, let's just go in our, matter of fact, this was my cellmate. He was like, bro, come on, bro, let's just go in our room, bro. You know what I mean? Close the door. So we close the door, right? But I'm looking out the window. All right, so see the cells, it's not like in the movies with the bars and shit. You know, you got a solid door and your walls are block walls, so it's no bars. So, but it's a window, it's a little window in your door where you could look outside the window. So I'm looking, you know, I'm looking out the window and I'm looking upstairs and I see. And sure enough, while they still kicking it upstairs, is about 2 other Crips was going around and making sure that everybody's door was locked. All right, and there's little latches on the door that you can slide. When the door is closed, it locks, but there's also a little latch that you slide across the door, and that's like extra security, right? And they going around, they sliding everybody latch, one by one. It was like 2 Crips. All the rest of the Crips is up here with Suwu. But these 2 particular Crips is going around locking all the door, and nobody's really paying no attention to this. So before you know it, the shit pop. All the bloods is locked down. Everybody went into their rooms. They all locked in a room, except for Suwu's roommate, who was a blood, but he in his bed sleep. So, the shit pop. They start stabbing a nigga. It's like 5-6 niggas on Suwu's ass, right? And they hitting him, bam, bam, bam. They hitting him with the knives, bum, 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 bum. So you hear Sue screaming, you know what I mean? He end up getting away. So he get out of that little group, that little crowd. It was just like 5 people. He ended up wiggling his way out. He runs down a tier, you know, and the top tier is like a tier, it's like a range. So you see him running. And it was a big black Crip nigga. I can't remember his name, but he caught him. He running. He hit him in the stomach. Bam, 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 bam. Hit him in the stomach. So Sue ended up weaving out of him He get past him. He running. He coming all around. All right. They catch him again on top. They catch him again. They hitting him. Bam, 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 bam. This man had to got stabbed at least 20 times at least. They catch him now. He on the floor. He on the floor getting hit, but he manages to wiggle his way through the little bars on the rails. It's like rails upstairs. He kind of wiggles through the bars and he climbs down the bars and he jumps down on the front floor. Now he's on the level that I'm on. I'm downstairs. He jumped right in front of my room. So now he's running and he's trying to hit the latches to let some of his blood guys out to help him. So he hitting the latches, but he panicking at the same time. And these dudes on his ass chasing him with these big ass knives. So he can't even really, you know, he can't really get the latches off because he's scared. He hit up, he bloody, his whole t-shirt is red. The man whole white t-shirt is all red. All right. Meanwhile, I didn't know this was going on till later. They stabbed up his roommate who was asleep, and they hit him like 3 times in the chest with a knife, woke him up, bam, bam, bam. Like, hey man, like, hey bro, he got up, you know, he bleeding. His shirt was like red, like all of this was red. And they like, hey man, we really want your roommate, bro. This really ain't got nothing to do with you, bro. Like, you need to you need to go to the door, bro. You need to go to the door. So Holmes really ain't got no win. So he walked to the door. He stabbed up like 3 times, but he walked to the door. Meanwhile, while this is going on, Suwoo still trying to hit the latches, but he can't. So all his blood dudes yelling out the door like, Suwoo, bro, just leave, bro, run to the door, bro, run to the door. So the Crips is on his ass. He running. He tried to run back up the steps. So as he run back up the steps, they caught him again on the steps. So it was a big Crip nigga named Country or some shit like that. And he on and it was 2 Crip niggas at this time on him. A big nigga named Country and another little dude named Freddie. So they on him, bam, bam, bam. They hitting him on the steps, and he like this on the steps, just like ah. So I seen this, like, the nigga, the big nigga hit him in the top of the head, boom, boom. The knife gets stuck. The knife literally got stuck in the top of this man's head to where dude had to trying to get the knife out of the nigga head, boom. So he finally get it out. So he like this, then hit him again, and all I seen was Sue on the ground like this. And then the country looked down at him. I guess Sue, I can't hear what he's saying, but I guess he pleading for his life or whatever, because all I see is his hands like this. And the big nigga like, you know what I mean? And by this time, the police finally get there. So police get there, they go to firing off they little BB gun round, whatever the hell, that pepper spray, bomb, 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 bomb. You know, everybody get on the ground. They got the tasers out and shit. Everybody get on the ground, get on the ground. Meanwhile, the Crips niggas is running around the dorm. They going wild. Yo, Crip, blood killer, da da da. All this shit, you know, they going wild. They going crazy. You know what I mean? Police start shooting niggas, da da da. They finally, all the Crips finally lay down and shit. So they had to come get Suwoo, you know what I mean? We thought he was dead. They had to put him on the little stretcher or whatever. You know what I mean? He out, you know what I mean? They took him to the medical and shit. But later on we got word that he didn't die. I think I ran into him again. I might didn't. I don't know. But he didn't die. And so yo, the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, everything happening so fast, like everything happening so fast, and you like, oh shit, all this blood and shit, you seeing all this blood, all these niggas yelling, are you hearing all this yelling? It's just chaos, bro. It's just chaos. And in my mind, I remember thinking like, oh shit, like what? Like, bruh, what I done got myself into, right? Cause I'm like, oh shit, what I done got myself into, bruh. Cause now I'm like, okay, I see this shit done got real. Like 5 years into my bed, shit was smooth. But now I got here, I'm like, okay, shit done got real. Like, I'ma get stabbed. I'ma stab some people. I don't even know if I'ma make it. Like, that's when I really got to a point where I was like, yo, I don't know if I'm gonna make this shit like in one piece. You know what I mean? Cause, but sure enough, after that happened, shit for the rest of my bid, bro. Every camp I went to after that, I saw so much shit, bro. I seen so much shit, bro. Like folks just popping, bro. Muslims getting into stuff, going to war about stuff. GDs, Bloods going to war about stuff. Mexicans, man, this shit was crazy. But yo, that was the first major violent incident out of many more. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, y'all like this video, man. Share this video, subscribe to the channel, man. I got a whole bunch of stuff, man, that we gonna get into, man. But my main objective is to show people, like, bruh, stay your ass home, bruh. Stay home. When they say stay home from COVID, stay home because of COVID, no. Stay your ass home, man. Because if you in that criminal lifestyle, bruh, you want to try to be a street nigga and all this shit, man, go get your ass a job, bruh. Like, for real, because them folks finna put you somewhere you don't want to be, bruh. They gonna put you somewhere you don't want to be, bruh. They gonna hide your ass, literally, bruh. So yeah, man, think twice, man. Don't get caught up in no dumb shit, bruh. There's a lot of dumb shit going on, man. And you getting caught up, man. People getting caught up, man, and they be gone, bro. You might catch a life sentence, bro, without parole. It means you ain't never going home, bro. I know so many people, 18, 19-year-old guys, man, that made one little mistake, bro, and they got life sentence, bro, over some little stupid shit, bro. These folks, judges giving out 1,000 years a day, bro, and they go home and go to sleep at night, bro, like they ain't did nothing. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck about you, bro. So yeah, man, keep that in mind, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. All right, peace.